Hey, this is David.Rosen. I'm a real estate agent with Douglas Elliman and the team leader of the David.Rosen team, and today I'm going to talk to you about the mortgage process. So, you're buying some real estate and you don't want to spend cash, and guess what? You're smart. Why not borrow money at 4 or 5% instead of, paying cash? Well, most of the time you don't have that much cash. And if you do, you're probably not making the best choice. Buying with a mortgage is always a better financial decision. What do you do if your income isn't necessarily what they call W-2? And that's the case with so many New Yorkers, including myself. As a real estate agent, I get what's called a 1099, and it fluctuates from year to year. Telling that story to a bank, especially if you're in finance and you get a big bonus and that's more than 50% of your compensation, or you're an artist, a model, you're in TV and film, anything, you're an entrepreneur, that's so common for homeowners in New York City. And do lenders know how to deal with that? Well, they do, but not all of them do. So I hate to be biased, but we always insist that you use a lender whose office is located in New York City. Now, when I was working in other states, it wasn't uncommon for somebody to say go on Lending Tree or Quicken Loans, and it ends up being a loan processor. You're in Phoenix and they're in Ohio. You're in Texas, they're in Seattle. You're in Seattle, they're in Texas. And if they gave you a good rate, who cares? But in New York, it doesn't work that way. You need to have someone in New York. The buildings are all weird. They need to be individually underwritten. And when it comes to bonus income, the New York City underwriters at Chase Bank will treat that much differently than the Chase Bank underwriters will treat it in Ohio. I don't know why that is. And if you ask them on the phone, they'll tell you it's all the same. But having done this for 14 years, it's not the same. You gotta use someone in New York. That's the secret. Just use a New York lender. All the banks have New York offices. When you work with a New York-based lender, they'll be able to account for your bonus income. They'll be able to account for any exceptions that are needed for the building, such as an owner occupancy concentration or a preponderance of commercial space. And they'll be able to work with you on the financial disclosure. In case you're a high net worth individual, perhaps you want to structure things in a way that protects you, in a way that you're comfortable. And we understand that. So if you have any questions about the mortgage process and you don't want to necessarily ask your lender, I'm also somebody who can give you insight into that process. Thanks a lot. You can call me, text me, message me on social media. We'll be very responsive. Have a good day.